What clubs were you in before?
I mean, I wanted to be a biker since I was a kid. So, I mean, okay, let's try it one more time.
Third time's a charm.
Time's a charm, yeah.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have.
What kind of kid were you?
A very good kid.
Yeah, were you?
No, I don't think so.
No?
My mom used to call me King Farouk.
King Farouk?
Yeah, because I kind of run things around the...
Is that right? You're running
Yeah.
the show?
Yeah.
What shaped you most as a young man?
I belonged to a gunfighting club, quick draw club.
Really?
Los Bandidos put on stage shows and parades where we shot it out with Mexicans. And
How cool.
yeah, and I got my first gun at about 14 when that was
So this was performative.
performative. Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with that?
My brother died who was managing it, and the main Mexican guy, he had died. When I lived in Phoenix, I was a member of the Black Bart's gunfighting club. Quick draw a little bit.
Were you good? No.
The professionals were doing things in parts of the second. You know?
Is that right?
I was not that fast, though.
Well, I do know that there's some stories of your handgun prowess. What was something that influenced you earlier? I mean, it sounds like maybe that quick draw stuff was very influential in your life.
Actually, around about the same time, what influenced me, that I saw the Hells Angels on TV, and I had a couple magazines that I found that had Hells Angels art on them, and seen them riding in a pack, and I went, that's for me.
Is that right?
Yeah, way young. Got some riser bars for my bike.
So when you say bike, you mean like a pedal bike, or?
Yeah. And then, of course, when I was 16 or 17, I met the Hells Angels, went to their club out here in Portland. They're no longer here, but there was some influence there. They had the gift of shit talking and
What values were built into you?
honesty, standing up. You know, if you have a problem, you go towards it, not away from it. And that followed me all the way through my outlaw life. Love and respect was real important in my life, even as a young person.
When did you start realizing like who you were?
I think in totality, when I joined this club, I was in two other clubs before this, Brothers Speed. So in 70, I started looking at who I was.
You're a founding member of the Portland chapter then.
Yeah.
But what clubs were you in before?
One was the Road Runners, which was a little Southwest club, the first one I joined in 1967.
How long were you with them?
Probably less than a year. Some of the guys I went to school with all had bikes, and we pulled in with them. But it was kind of a dog-eat-dog world then. There wasn't no rules of behavior. It's what you could get away with.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of fighting and whatnot that went on for no reason almost. It was, it built me, but it was a nuisance to me at the same time, to have to stand up continually against words and actions. But anyway, I made it through it, and I said I'd never, and then I joined another club after that, Devil's Disciples out of California. And by the time I was done with that, I said, I've never belonged to another motorcycle club in my life. But then here I am.
The Road Runners, Devil's Disciples. What prompted you to join at that point a third club?
The leftover members from the Devil's Disciples that weren't from out of state, because we had a run in with the cops, and all the guys that were there from California were all wanted.
Oh, shit.
So they all took off and left about 5 of us that were disciples from Portland. Little Tom had a wife in Boise, and he was, charter member of the Portland Disciples. And
I didn't know
he
that.
He would go over to Boise and I met these guys, and they're, you ought to see them, and come on over there with me sometime. And I'm going, no. So then Tom got a call from Boise, and they said they were coming over to take care of some business. Desi, come on. And so we provided them with trucks and whatnot. There was a couple members that were out bad living here in Portland. And we found them for them, and then they all come over to take care of business. And here we are. I'm getting ready to run in there. No, you're not Brother Speed. You stay out of the house.
Get in the back of the bus.
Who are these bumpkins from Idaho telling me what to do? But anyway, I did and whatnot. And they kind of grew on me. And then I went over to do my visiting with them. And in 1970, we took our colors. We all got our colors. Went over to Boise to get our colors. And all of us were arrested.
Oh, really? Why?
The day I got my colors, it was a drug bust. It was, nobody knew what the heck was going on. They surrounded us. They arrested the presidents and handcuffed us to going downtown. Looked like they were going to leave everybody there except arrest us. And here I am. Never been in Boise before or not anything. And I'm going to jail. And they had me kind of handcuffed with my hands behind a chair. And all of a sudden I hear all this ruckus outside, and the whole house, whole party and everybody, they were brought in buses into the police station. So there I was sitting there, and it was the time.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So what'd you think at that point? You're like, what I just
No,
get myself
I thought,
into?
oh, this is great. I've only been in jail one time before, so this is part of your sheet, you know.
Right, yeah. Your street cred.
And so everybody came in, and they put them all in the basement where all the lockers of the cops were. Well, all their lunches was gone. Who knows what else, but that's what they were complaining about. And all of a sudden, this guy comes in. He was a sergeant or a captain. He goes, "What are you doing here?" This big old guy looks down at me. "What are you doing here?" I go, "I don't know." And he started walking up and down the halls yelling at people. And before it was all over, probably an hour and a half, he released us all. That guy ended up being a commissioner or of some sort for the Idaho whatnot, and still was a friend of the clubs. As of when I moved to Boise in the 90s, he was still a politician and still a friend of the club.
What was your first impression of the club?
Oh, there was some guys there, Rayola J, and he was one, Firebrands, that reminded me of Portland, It's like, I liked some of them right away, other ones I wasn't quite sure of, but
Yeah. What was Portland like in 1970?
Well, it was starting to move into the LSD thing. The streets were, that was, everybody was passing it out, and of course we got our share. And there was levels of street activity that we had to interact with. There was Italians in the mix, and one time I had a meeting with a Jewish gangster, owner of a bunch of clubs that had me come in because we were breaking up his clubs. It was the place that we were getting in trouble was a dance bar.
Okay.
Which, and the girls and all
Right,
that stuff.
gotcha.
And he said that I would, wish you guys wouldn't go there, and I'll give you the Blue Pelican. I think this was Pink Pelican, and he had a Blue Pelican, which was hippie, dance music. Pretty much only went to his bar, the dance bar, in ones or twos. Didn't come in a big crowd.
Intimidate everybody.
Yeah,
Makes people nervous.
yeah. I actually didn't like seeing nervous people.
Right.
I would rather have them be greeted as, "Hey, how you doing, guys?"
Yeah.
And feel comfortable to do that. And we had a few bars where that was going on.
I've always appreciated that about you. The conversations that you and I have had over the years is that intuitive, better to be loved, and respected than have to force it on somebody. There are times when that needs to happen, right? But it's time and place and appropriality.
I used to tell people, don't make the people afraid of us, because then they get dangerous. Do what you do, tell them what you got to tell them, bop them one.
Right.
Don't, leave them a way out. There were shootings that went on, street people shooting each other. And,
Yeah.
they didn't look all that tough.
Guns
But
are an equalizer.
Yeah.
How did that look as far as on the street? And
It was good. We had meetings with the outsiders and the gypsy jokers and whatnot. And
when did life start getting serious?
there was tiffs we had with other clubs starting about 71, 72. And we had actually offered a deal with the jokers and the outsiders. that no three-piece patches in Portland, and we would all see to it that that didn't happen. So that got pretty heavy right away. And we had a lot of colors hung up on the
I remember.
wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was always serious. I mean, it was so much fun. Could change on a dime. You know,
Sure.
just having the time of your life at some bar, and here comes a chair,
Right.
cue stick or whatever. But that was all part of the thing, you know. It was,
Yeah.
I don't know how many barroom brawls for that, from Idaho all through down to the coast here. Terrebonne one time we had to fight with the Cowboys. And, it was just part of what was going on, and most of the time there was, you know, you'd think there's no rules. You can't have any rules in a barroom brawl. But most of the time it was fisticuffs, maybe a cue stick from time to time, chairs,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Man shit.
Yeah, it was, we weren't there to kill anybody,
But the overall vibe obviously attracted you. You had a long career. But
yeah. I mean, I wanted to be a biker since I was a kid. So, I mean, okay, let's try it one more time.
third time's a charm.
Time to charm, yeah.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. Live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can.
There was actually 70 arresting officers,
Damn.
and there was only 15 of us there. So, you guess how the fight went.